What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Tonight on the show, we're going to hear from boys high school volleyball coach Rod Palmer from the Tees and High Titans. We'll hear from some of the players as well. Sports just right around the corner, beginning March 1st. Everyone's excited. Local interscholastic sports leagues, ESA and IIAAG, are excited to get back into competition. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero signed an executive order last Friday allowing for the return of non-contact sports competition to resume on March 1st, so long as guidelines and safety protocols are approved by public health. Athletes and coaches have waited nearly a year to get back into competition and have been training for their respective sports.
Well, the kids are really excited. I'm really excited for both our boys and our girls teams. The boys and girls have been prepping for about a month. We need a lot of work. We're very young, but the kids are excited to get out there and show their best.
Boys and girls cross country, tennis, girls softball, and boys and girls volleyball are all scheduled to begin March 1st for ESA.
Just as long as we follow the COVID protocols and they stay according to the rules and follow those rules, we're going to be good to go.
ESA League Director Al Garrido has been working closely with athletic directors and coaches throughout the pandemic.
Probably one of our biggest challenges will be the softball fields. The instructions that there will be no spectators. I'm meeting with all the athletic directors for the softball teams. We're going to discuss kind of like a set guideline for how we want the softball games to look. And we'll distribute that to all our softball coaches so that they can tell their parents exactly how it should look when they start the games. As far as the indoor games, those are going to be a little bit easier controlled because obviously you have to go through the front door, and almost all the same things we've discussed already. We've gone through it. We had a big meeting on Monday with all the MSOA officials so they understand what to expect. We had a meeting Tuesday night with volleyball officials, letting us know the guidelines and the new changes, the new rules. We actually had a discussion with the cross-country officials, and they discussed how they want the cross-country meets to look. They're going to be using index cards instead of the usual wooden sticks, how each player should look when they take off, and they discussed the water stops and so forth, all the little things just to make sure that everyone's safety is taken care of.
Coach Palmer said the Titan athletes are excited to get back to sports and some sense of normalcy.
I just think that during quarantine, everyone was struggling because they're used to where they have friends to talk to in sports, but after a while and they're coming back, I'm sure they'll be grateful for this opportunity to play sports again and to actually talk with other people in person.
I'm very excited, especially with my team. We've been training for this. We've been doing workouts during quarantine, especially, and just excited to be with my team again. Looking forward to competing with other schools, especially with the challenge, especially now. So I'm just wanted to see other schools and hopefully win a championship.
As a result of how the pandemic has impacted sports, GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez has invited IIAAG to team up for the return of sports. IIAAG President Terry DEBOLD says, "We've been training, practicing since December. Our rosters are complete and athletes are anxious to resume play."
We're going to be starting with beach volleyball, boys and girls, tennis, of course, boys and girls, and cross country. So those are the lowest risk sports. You know, when we were putting this whole plan together, again, this was months ago, and conditions were very much different at the time. At the time that we were kind of constructing this plan, it didn't look like we were going to be able to do much activity. And we were just hoping, crossing fingers, that we might be able to get some very low risk type of sports, i.e. the beach, the tennis, those kind of sports. Obviously conditions have changed, and had we had a crystal ball, maybe we would have done things a little bit differently. I don't know, but we've made a decision early on to stay the course, which we are doing. And as soon as we complete beach volleyball, tennis, and cross country, we've already got tentative schedules ready for indoor volleyball. Perhaps soccer, I'm not sure, because I'm still not clear on the category, how they're categorizing soccer in terms of being a contact or what is it? They call it incidental contact type of sport. If the government allows it, if public health allows it, then soccer would definitely be on the table for us, as well as golf, of course. We're planning golf. So the league, as soon as this is done, we'll move right into some other sports. We're going to give our kids as much opportunity as we can. And I think everybody's really excited about it.
I'm here now with MATUA WHALEN, former Guam High Panthers football player, family recently located to Seattle, Washington. Tell us about the school you played for and the reason your family relocated to Seattle, Washington.
So I'm currently here in Seattle. I'm playing for Garfield High School. It's just down the street over there. My family, a big reason we relocated is because my dad's in the military and stuff. But one of the main factors was just to pursue football and just to have a bigger opportunity to go make a name for myself and go make a living.
And it seems like you dropped a little bit of weight and you look like you're ready to step onto the field and pick up where you left off here on Guam.
Yes. Well, while I was on Guam, Coach Taldell and his Guam Grind program and the Guam High School weightlifting program, it really helped me. I stayed in the weight room all quarantine. Just been grinding super hard. Just been preparing for the move, and it really shows when I'm stepping on the field out here.
And tell us about the division your school competes in, and what are some of the positions you're looking at playing? Because I know here you were pretty much all over the field: O-line, D-line, linebacker, fullback in the backfield. What are you focusing on now in Washington?
So out here in Washington, I'm really just focusing on D-line. They got me on the O-line too, but my main focus is D-line. I really just I feel like that's my strong suit, so I'm really just rocking with that for now and just trying to go my hardest on that.
How is Guam football, the style of playing here on the island, help prepare you for football stateside?
Man, football on Guam, that's a different animal. Kids on Guam, you have to have a screw loose in your head to play football on Guam. That's the way I like to think about it. Everybody on Guam, they got heart when it comes to the gridiron. And I think that's what separates me from everybody else out here is the heart, just the pride in being Chamorro,
Any goals you set for yourself for this upcoming season?
For sure, on the offensive line, I want to have no sacks allowed. And then by the end of the regular season, I want to have at least 5 sacks on defense and 1 turnover.
And anything in particular with your school, the record, and are they one of the premier high schools out there when it comes to the football program?
Yes, Garfield is a very, very good football program. Puts out a lot of kids, sends a lot of kids out to college. So that's a really good thing. And it's also like the area too. It kind of makes me feel it's like an easier transition living out here and going to Garfield.
I know you've always done great in school, and is football something that you're looking at pursuing at the next level and moving out there, relocating with your family? Is that going to bring you one step forward to accomplishing your dreams?
Oh, yes, of course. Pursuing football and playing at the next level, that's always been a dream and a goal of mine ever since I was a little youngin'. But I for sure think that moving out here is brought me one step closer to accomplishing that.